equation?
An equation with the degree 1.
Yes, right, right. So it has a degree 1. And if I say it has two variables, then what will be the linear equation? It will be like this. Right.
Yes, sir.
So this is a linear equation in two variables where we have two unknowns. Right. And A, B, C are real numbers. Right. Okay. So yes, so there are two ways to represent this linear equation. Right. One is the algebraic method that I have written here. So this is the algebraic method or algebraic representation. Right. And the other one is the graphical representation. Okay. So in the first exercise, they are only asking about the representation of a linear equation in two variables. Okay. And from the second exercise onwards, they are doing the solutions of pair of linear equations, right? So as I have told you earlier, that how many equations do you need to solve two unknowns?
Two equations.
Yes, two equations. So that's why there are pair of linear equations. We need pair of linear equation to solve for the unknowns, right? And there can be three possibilities of solutions, but I will talk about that in the later after some time. Before we just have to finish this representation questions. Okay, so let's just go to directly to the first exercise, because in that exercise you will learn about only the representation of the linear equations, right? So you already know that the algebraic expression will be like what? This will be an algebraic equation, and the graphical representation will be what? For a linear equation, the graphical representation will be a straight line, right?
Yes, sir.
So this will be a straight line. So let's say if you have two lines, right? If you have two lines, so there can be three possibilities, right? One can be that they can intersect at some point, right?
Yes, sir.
Or they are parallel to each other, or they may be coinciding, right? So there are three scenarios of a pair of two lines, straight lines, right? So that is how you define the solutions of these linear equation, because this represents a linear equation, right? This line, right? And this represents another linear equation. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So we will talk about this later. First, let's just do the first exercise one, because that is all about the graphical representation and the algebraic representation. So you know that the graphical, the algebraic representation will be like what? This, sorry, y, right? Right. And
Yes.
the geometric or the graphical representation will be a straight line. So we will be finding a straight line in the graph. Okay, so let's just solve the questions. Right. So yes. Let's start with the first question. Right. So Aftab tells his daughter 7 years ago, I was 7 times as old as you were then. Okay, and 3 years from now, I shall be 3 times as old as you will be. So, how many unknowns are there in this question?
Two unknowns.
Hmm?
Two unknowns?
I'm sorry, did you say one or two?
Two.
Yes, yes. So two. Aftab and his daughter, right? So two unknowns. So let's say Aftab's age, Aftab's age, BX, right?
Yes.
And his daughter age will be what? Age, let's say Y, right? So we have two unknowns and we have to write a linear equation, right?
Yes, sir.
So 7 years ago. So what will be Aftab's age 7 years ago?
X minus 7.
X minus 7, right? So Aftab's age X minus 7, right? And what will be his daughter's age?
Y minus 7.
Yes. So daughter's age is Y minus 7, right? And I was 7 times. So Aftab was 7 times his daughter's age, right? So this is the first linear equation. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what will be the age? X minus 7, 7y minus 49. And we have to write it in general form, right? And what is the general form? This is like this. Right. So let's just write it in this way. So this will be what? X minus 7y and minus 7 plus 49 equals to 0. So this will be what? X minus 7y and this will be what? Plus of 42, right? So this is the first linear equation, right?
Yes, sir.
And the second part, what is the second part? Second part is that I shall be 3 times as you will be.
It's more than now.
Yes. And 3 years from now. So let's just calculate Aftab age and his daughter's age 3 years from now. So Aftab age, it's 3 years from now. Okay. So Aftab's age will be what? X plus 3, right? And his daughter's age will be what?
X plus 7. Sorry,
Dot,
Y plus 3.
yes, right. Y plus 3, right, right. And what is the relation that they have given? So Aftab age will be 3 times, right? 3 times his daughters. So this is the relation that they have given, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's just solve this equation. So this will be what? So this will be x
X
plus,
plus 3
right?
equals 3y plus
20,
20.
right?
Yes, sir.
So this will be what? X minus 3y and plus 3 minus 21, right? So this will be x minus 3y and minus of 18, right?
Yes.
So this is the second equation, right? So we have represented this situation algebraically, right?
Yes, sir.
And now, where should I write? Let's just write it this side. Okay. So here we have first equation, x minus 7y. Let's just write it in this way. Okay, so this is a first equation, and the second equation, let's just write it here. So x minus 3y is 18, right? Any problem?
No, sir.
Now we will, so to draw a straight line in the graph, okay, how many points do you need to draw a
2
straight line?
points.
Yes, 2 points. So you want to calculate 2 points from here. And in a graph, in a two-dimensional graph, what do you need?
Equation.
You need x and y points.
Yeah,
Right?
yes, x and 5.
So we need to calculate 2 x and y points, right? So,
Yes.
so my approach is that I calculate at x equals to 0, and I calculate then at y equals to 0. So this is how I do. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So let's calculate at x equals to 0. Right. So at x equals to 0, this is 0, right? And this is 7y.
When y.
So this will be, this will be what? Y equals to 6, right?
Yes, sir.
So what point do you calculated? Did you calculate? So this is 0, comma 6 point, right? X and Y
Yes,
point.
sir.
And what is the other point? So let's add y equals to 0, right?
Okay, sir.
Oh, this is a big one. You have x equals to minus 42. Okay, right. So at y equals to 0, what will be? So x minus 70 is minus 42, right? So this is what? X equals to minus 42, right? So what is the point here? What are the coordinate points?
Y x minus 42 and y 6.
0, 0.
42.
Right now?
Yes, sir, yes.
So so we have 2 points, right? We
Yes, sir.
calculated 2 points, and now we can draw a straight line, right? Okay, so how will I draw this? Okay, so let's just first calculate this and remember the points. Okay, and then we'll plot it in the graph. Okay,
Okay,
so let's calculate for this equation. So at x equals to 0,
sir.
right? So this will be what? Minus of
0
3y,
minus 3y. Yeah.
18. So this is 6. So y is what? Minus 6, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is the point? 0, comma minus 6,
Minus 6.
right? And for at y equals to 0, right? So this is what? X minus 0 equals to 18, right? So what is, so x equals to
18.
8. So what is the coordinate point?
0, yeah, 18 comma 0.
Right, 18 comma 0, right?
Yes.
Actually, we should have gone for y equals to 6 here. So if you had y equals to 6, so 7, 6, 42. So this would have been 0. But okay, so we have calculated this point already. So never mind. So you understand, na? How do you
Yes, sir.
calculated the point?
Yes,
So for first line, right? You have points what? 0, comma 6, P, and you have Q equals to
minus
minus
42 by 0.
right? And for another, for second line, you have P dash equals to what? 0, comma minus 6,
Minus 6
and
and
Q
18
dash,
comma 0.
18, 0. Right. So should I rub these calculation?
Yes.
So
Yes, sir.
let's just rub these calculation and just remember only, because we calculated the equations, right? So we have already calculated the algebraic equations, right?
Yes, sir.
We only have to plot it in the graph. So first part is done, that we have done the algebraic representation, right? So where was I? Yes. So grab it from. So let's just draw the graph. And what point should we draw on the graph? Should we take the 1, 2, 3 like separation, or what? Let's just draw here. This is at x now. So let's take this as long. Okay. So this is 0, and let's take it to
4.
4. Okay, 4. Yes, 4 is not
Plus
divisible.
it's big.
Okay, so we can take 6, right? This is easy, right?
Yes, sir.
We can take at 6 divisions. So this will be what? This will be one small line is 6. This is 12. This is 18. This is what? 24. And we need only to go up to 18. So this point is done. Okay. So this is what? Minus 6, minus 12, minus 18, minus, okay, minus 24, minus 30, minus 36, minus 42, and minus 48, right? And this is what? This is 6. This is, we can take 2, 3, 4 here. Okay. But let's just take 6, 12, 18. Okay. And 24. This is minus 6, minus 12, minus 18, minus 24. Right. So what is the first point? 0, 6. So in x direction, you have 0, and 0, 6 is this point. Right.
Yes, sir.
And what is minus 42, 0? So in x, we go minus 42. And 0 is what? This point, right? So this is, sorry. So this will be like, right? So this is the straight line. This is not actually a straight line, but you draw in the graph, and then that will be more clear. Okay. So you will be drawing it in the graph. I am just drawing in here. Okay. So, and what will be, so this is line 1. And what is this line? This is, oh, I have omitted the equation. So what was the equation? Do you remember? Let's just say line
X
1.
minus 7.
What? Yes, x minus 7y
equals minus 42.
Okay, so this was the line. And what is the second line? It is 0, minus 6. So this one,
Minus 6.
and 18, 0. 18, 0. Okay. So this one, right? So this looks like a parallel line, right?
Yes, sir.
So what was the equation of this line?
X minus 3y equals 18.
Equals to 18. So this is not a parallel line. Okay. because
Yes,
your A1 is equal, but A2 is not equal. We will see that how we decide the parallel lines or not. Okay, we will see that. So this is not a parallel line. This is intersecting at some point. Okay. So
yes,
understood this question.
yes,
Any query, any doubt? Hmm?
no, sir.
Nice. Okay. So let's just move on to the second question. Okay. If you have any doubt, please don't hesitate to ask me. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So you tell me the second equation. Second question's equation. Okay, so you understood now that there are two representation. One is the algebraic one, and the other one is the graphical one, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's do the second question. So the coach of cricket team buys 3 bats and 6 balls for Rs 3900. Okay. Later she buys another bat and 3 more balls of the same kind for 1300. Represent the situation algebraically and graphically. Okay. So uh, what are the unknowns here? Okay. Hmm?
Um, the hat and the ball.
Height,
Hat and the ball.
hat, and I didn't understand.
Sorry, bat and the ball.
So,
3 and 6.
so
3x and 6y.
So they have given 3 bats and 6 balls, and this is what the price of 3 bats and 6 ball is 3900. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so they have not given two things. One is that the price of one bat, right?
Yes, sir.
So they have not given the price of one bat, and secondly, they have not given the price of one ball. Okay,
So
so
3x,
so yes, so the unknowns are what? So
x and y.
yes, so the unknowns are
Price of the bat and ball.
price of one bat is X rupees. This is the unknown, and price of one ball is Y. So these are the unknowns, right? Let's assume. Okay, so these are the unknowns. So what will be the so price of 3 bats will be what? Price price of 3 bats will be what? 3x, right?
Yes, sir.
And price of 3 balls will be what? 3 or 6? 6. 6 balls will be what?
6y.
6y, right? So,
Okay.
and the total is what?
Um,
Total is that total cost,
3900.
right?
Yes,
So
sir.
this is the first equation, right? If you move this here, so this is the first algebraic expression. Understood? So this is the first equation. Understood?
Yes, sir.
And now what will be the second equation? She buys another bat, which means one bat, right?
Yes, sir.
And 3 balls, right?
Yes.
So the total cost is what? Hmm?
3900.
1300, right? So this is
Yeah,
the
1300.
so this is the second equation, right?
Yes, sir.
Understood? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay.
So they gave. Okay. Should we find the
Huh?
should we
Yes.
find the cost of the bad also?
Yes. So we have to find the no. We don't have to solve this equation, right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
So from second exercise onwards, we have to find the solution of linear equation.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Because by looking into this equation, I can say that this equation doesn't have any solution.
Okay, sir.
13 threes are okay. So x into 3. So this equation doesn't have a solution.
Okay, sir.
So that is why we can't find a solution from this equation. So this exercise only meant to write, to just feel the idea of writing a pair of linear equation, right? And then in the second exercise onwards, you solve the linear equations, right? So there are two methods. One is the graphical method and the other one is the algebraic method. And in algebraic method, you will learn that there are three methods that I have told you earlier. One is the the substitution method, and then the elimination method, and then the cross multiplication method. So the solution comes from the second exercise. Okay. So in here, we just have to write the algebraic representation. And the second one we have to write is the graphical representation. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So Ore Baba. So 3900. We have to make a good scale, right? Because I can see that the solution will be what? In the order of 3900, right?
Yes, sir.
So okay. So for the first equation. So for first equation, this is 3x plus 6y equals to 3900, right? So for x equals to 0, we have what? 6y is equals to 3900, right? So y is what? 3900 by 6. So this is what? 3 is a and what? 1950. Okay. And let's just change it to a decimal expansion. So this is 6 and 5. Okay. So 650. Right. So what is the point?
Yes, sir.
What is the
0,650.
right? 0,650. Right. And at y equals to 0. Right. So what will be? So this will be what? 3x equals to 3900. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So x will be what? 1300. Okay. Understood.
Yes, sir.
So what will be the point?
Um, 1300, 0.
Right. So this
Yes,
will
sir.
be the point. Okay. Okay. And let's just solve another equation, the second one. Right. So this will be what? X plus y 3y is 1300. Right. So at x equals to 0, you will have what? 3y equals to 1300. So this will be what? So this will be in decimal, right?
Yes, sir.
So 4 and 3.3, right? Understood. Understood.
Yes, sir.
So, and at y equals to 0, this will be what? X will be 1300, right? So this is point 0 comma 433.3, right? And this is point 1300 comma 0, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's just draw this in the graph. So 650, 1300, 430, I guess. So, so this will be what? Let's take 50, 100. Okay, this will be, what should I take? 500.
Yes, sir. Or
So
100, 300,
300. 100.
100, 300.
So 100, then 200, then 300. Oh, so you draw. Okay, your homework. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Or you can try to calculate the simpler one. So this is 3y. And if I take, no, this will be tough. So just draw this. Okay.
So we can make 300 difference. 100,
300.
yeah, 100, 300, 600.
So then there will be a kink here. Okay. We have to draw the kink because,
Okay, sir.
so because this is 0 to 100, then the other partition should be 100 to 200, right? So if you are writing 0 to 100 and then 300, okay.
Yes, like
So
that.
then you have to write a kink here, okay.
Okay, sir.
So you whatever you feel comfortable with, you draw like that, okay.
Okay, sir.
So understood, na? This will be graph, whatever will be the graph, like this or like this, okay.
Okay, sir.
So the third question, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, so let's just do.
Yeah, the graph will be like same like the first one, right?
That
Proceed.
that you will be yeah, you will be able to tell by first plotting or by if you have done the second exercise. So if we have done the second exercise, then only by looking at the values you can tell. So let's just do the second exercise, and then you will be able to tell directly that what will be the graph like. So I have already told you that there may be three possibilities, right? Right, man?
Yes, sir.
So the three possibilities will be what? One will be that it will be intersecting, or second will be parallel, or third
Okay.
will be coinciding, right? So in the second exercise, you will learn that what from by looking at the equations, the algebraic equations, you can tell about the graph. So from here, you can see that A and B is 3, A1 and A2 is 3 and 1. So A1 by A2 is 3. Okay. And B1 is 6 and B2 is 3. So 6 by 3 is 2. So A1 by A2 is not equals to B1 by B2. Okay. Right.
Yes,
So,
sir.
so then you can tell that this will be an intersecting line. Okay. So we will learn about those conditions in the next class. In the second exercise, not in the next class. In this class only. Okay. We have enough time. We have half an hour, so we can complete that. Okay. So can you take the third question? Oh, sorry, what happened? Yes. So can you take the third question as your homework? What should be? if it is okay with you.
Yes, it's the same, right?
Yes, it's the same. So
Okay.
let's just give you a hint. So the cost of 2 kg of apples and 1 kg of grapes on day one was found to be 160. Okay. And after a month, the cost of 4 kg of apples and 2 kg of grapes is 300, right? So represent the situation algebraically and geometrically. Okay. Geometrically meaning graphically. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So what will be the X and Y? Hmm?
Um, 2 kg will be the X and 1 kg will be the Y.
So X will be the price of
Yeah,
one
price
kg,
of one apple.
1 kg apple, 1 kg
1 kg.
apple is, so this is kg, right? So 1 kg
Yes.
of apple. So this will be X and price of
Uh,
1 kg of what? Grapes.
grapes will be Y.
Yes. So this will be Y. So directly you can solve the equation, right? So
Yes, sir,
this
yes.
will be what? 2x plus y equals to 160, right?
Yes, sir.
And the second equation will be what? 4x. Actually, this is more drawable in the graph, right? So these numbers are smaller, small ones.
Yes.
So 4 kg, which means what? 4x and 2 kg, which means what? What?
2Y.
2y, right? So this is
Yes,
3.
sir.
So these are the pair of linear equation for your third. I wrote the equation.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
This was your this was meant to be your homework. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, okay. Okay, so you draw the graph of this question. Understood? Any doubt in solving the
No, sir. No, sir.
question? So let's just move on to the second exercise. So the second exercise is about the graphical method of solution of pair of linear equation. Okay, graphical method. So they will be plotting the graphs. Okay. Okay, so let's just do some. So you got the idea that the graphical method I have already discussed in portions. Okay.
Yes.
So yes, so this is the graphical method actually. You plot the graph, okay, and you see that if it is somehow cutting or coinciding, right?
Yes.
So if graph cuts or coincide, then it will be called consistent. So this is also consistent. And if these graphs are parallel, then inconsistent. Okay. Consistent meaning solution. So this graph has solution, this has solution, and this is also called dependent. When they are coinciding, they are also called dependent. Okay. And this has no solution. So this is about the graphical solution. I have already told you about the method of plotting, right?
Yes, sir.
So you calculate, so in a graphical solution, what you do is that, so graphical solution. In graphical solution, first thing is that you find the coordinate points. You find the coordinate points, right? And then second, you draw the graph. Okay. Graph for pair of equations. right? And then you check these properties, right? So if there are three possibilities, right? So one is that the graph is intersecting. Okay. Second is that they are parallel. And third is that they are coinciding. Coinciding. Okay. So for intersecting, you have a solution. This also has a solution, but it
That
has,
doesn't have a solution.
and this has no solution.
No solution.
So these are the scenarios that you can get. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And if they are intersecting, then or if this has a solution, then they are called consistent. Okay.
Yes.
And this one is also called consistent. And this one is called inconsistent. Okay. And further, you will learn that this is called the unique solution and this is called the many solution. Because intersecting means that it cuts only at one
Only
point,
one
right?
solution. Yes, sir.
So that's why you call that it has a unique solution, only one solution.
One solution.
Okay. And the coinciding means that it is over the second line. So which means that this has many solutions, right?
Yes, sir.
So this was about the graphical solution. And let me do the further about the algebraic solution. Okay. So for algebraic solutions, so you understand now the three scenarios of the graph, understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So for algebraic solution, you write it in the general form. General form of pair of linear equation in two variables. Right. So what are the general form? One is that this is the first equation. Right. And this is the second equation. Okay.
Okay,
Uh,
sir.
So these are the general equations, general forms of two linear equations, and where A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2 are the coefficients, right? Understood?
Yes, sir.
So so there are three conditions you already know, but from algebra or from these equation, how do you tell that what kind of solution you will get? So first is first condition first or case first. Okay. If your A1 by A2 not equals to B1 by B2. Okay. So you get intersecting. Lines. Okay. Understood.
Okay, sir.
And intersecting lines means unique solution.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
And if you have A1 equals to A2 and which is B1 equals to B2, which is equals to B1 equals B1 by B2, and which is not equals to C1 by C2. Okay. So this is parallel lines. So which means that no solution. Understood?
Yes, sir.
And the third scenario, is what? For the coinciding ones, right?
Yes, sir.
So for the third one, all the ratios are equal. A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, and which is equals to C1 by C2, right? So this is for the coinciding one, coinciding lines, which has what? Many solutions, right?
Yes, sir.
So remember, this is consistent. This is also consistent. And this is inconsistent.
Yes, sir.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
So this completes your what? Second or third exercise, and in the and from the third exercise and so on, you will be learning about the algebraic solutions of the pair of linear equations. So in that, you will be learning about the substitution method, elimination method, and the cross multiplication method. So I will talk about later. Just let's first do the 1.2 and 3 exercise. Okay. Okay. Hmm. So this I talked about, right? This is what? Unique solution or what?
Intersecting ionic solution.
Unique solution, no solution, many
Yes, sir.
solution,
And many things.
right?
Yes, sir.
And yes, so you see that A1 not equals to B1 by B2 is intersecting. 3 equal means coincident, right? And 2 equal, 1 equal and another not equal, parallel, right? Understood?
Yes, sir.
So let's just do this exercise. So we have gone ahead of your teacher, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the first question, and we have 50 minutes left, so we can do 1, 2, maybe 3. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So form the pair of linear equation in the following problems, then find their solution graphically. So in the first question, they are only asking about the solutions, but with the graphical method, right? So you tell me what are the two unknowns here first. So 10 students of class 10 took part in mathematics quiz. If the number of girls is 4 more than the number of boys, find the number of boys and girls who took part in the quiz. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So 10 students of class 10 took part in mathematics quiz. Okay.
10. Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So the unknowns here are what?
Um, Students and girls. 4.
Right. So what are the unknowns?
Um, Girls and the boys.
Yes. So the first unknown is number of girls. Right. So let's
Yes, sir.
say this is X. And the second unknown is what?
Boys. Y.
Right. So by looking at the first information, 10 students, which means that what? So total number of student is 10, right?
Yes, sir.
And you have X number of girls and Y number of boys. So how can you relate 10 with X and Y? So
It's
first equation is what? This is what?
Is equal to 10.
Yes, right. So this is the first equation, right?
Yes, sir.
And the second equation is that if the number of girls is 4 more than the number of boys. Okay.
Yes.
So if the number of girls is 4 more than. So if the number of girls is what? X, it is 4 more than the number of boys, right?
Yes, sir.
So number of girls
X
is,
minus Y.
yes. So number of girls is 4 more than the number of
Mhm.
the boys. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So this is the second equation. Let's just write it in this way. X minus Y
Minus
is,
Y equals 4.
right.
Yes.
So and just take, so let's just try it by doing the algebraic method first, and then we will do the graphical method. Okay. So to get the idea whether we are going right or wrong, first we find the answer directly. Okay.
Okay.
So we know, so we know that x plus y minus 10 is 0, and x minus y minus 4 is what? 0, right? So a1 is 1, b1 is 1, c1 is what? Minus 10, right?
Yes,
Right.
sir.
And a2 is what? 1, b2 is what? Minus 1. So a1 by a2 is what? 1 by 1, and b1 by b2 is what? Minus 1 by 1. So this is minus 1, right? So a1 by a2 not equals to b1 by b2, right?
Yes, sir.
So you already know the answer that this will be a unique solution. So the lines will be what?
Unique, intersecting.
Intersect, right? So you already know the answer. We have just cheated, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's just do it by graphical method. So now finally we have a good number to draw in the graph, right?
Yes, sir.
So first one was what? So the first equation, x plus y is 10. So at x equals to 0, we have y equals to 10, right? So the point is what? 0 comma 10. Okay. And at y equals to 0, we have x equals to 10, right? So
Yes,
the
sir.
point is what? 10 comma 0, right?
Yes, sir.
And for the second equation, we have x minus y equals to 4, right? So for x equals to 0, we have minus y equals to 4, which minus 4, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is what? 0 comma minus. Okay.
Yes.
And at y equals to 0, we have x equals to what? 4, right? So this is 4 comma 0. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So let's just draw the graph. Yes. Okay. So finally we have one easy graph. So 4, 4, 10, 10. So let's 2, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, minus 2, minus 4, minus 6, minus 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. Why we have 10, right? So 10, 12, right? And we have what? Minus 2, -4, -6, -8. Right. So you already know that this is +x, this is -x, and this is +y, this is -y. You already know, na?
Yes, sir.
So that's why I didn't talk about the x and y, right?
Okay, sir.
So first point is 0, 10. Okay, so where is 0, 10? Where is 0, 10?
At y-axis,
Yes, at y-axis
y
here,
to 10. Yes.
right? So this is 0, 10, right? And 10, 0 is here, right?
Yes, sir.
So this one. Oh, sorry. This one, right? And this is what line? This is, let me write it this way. This is what? X plus y equals to 10, right?
Yes, sir.
And the other point is what? 0, -4. So where is 0, -4?
At y.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is 0, right?
Yes, sir.
And 4, 0. So this is here, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
So uh, this is the line, and
This
this is,
is
so this is, we have cheated by by thickening this point, right? Yes. So you already knew the answer, right? So
yes,
by cheating method, we already knew the answer that this will be intersecting, right?
yes, sir.
And by graph, it is also showing that it is an intersecting line, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is what line? This is x minus y equals to 4. Okay. So this is the solution, right? And when you had plotted it in the graph, so whatever the points you would have gotten, I don't know exactly what is the point here, because this is some x comma y point, right?
Yes.
So this was the solution.
Complex, sir.
Huh?
I don't know, sir.
Yes. So I don't know, because this graph doesn't have those small squares.
Yes.
So if this was the actual graph, then we would certainly have the answer. But
Okay.
but the graphical solution say that whatever this point is, right?
Yes.
Whatever this point is, this is the solution of these two equations,
Okay,
right?
sir.
So this is the solution. Let us guess. So this is maybe 6 or this is 3, right? Something like that. Okay.
3,
So 6,
6 maybe.
3. 6,
Yeah,
3.
6, 3.
So this was maybe, let's just guess. So it's just a guess. So the points may vary. Okay. Okay. So this was about the graphical solution. Understood? Any question?
No, sir.
Are, what happened? Hmm. So you do this homework, right? So 5 pencil and 7 pens. Again, so this is this question just like the previous one, not this one, but the previous exercise one. So what will be your x and y? Hmm?
Pencil and pen.
Yes, the cost of one pencil and the cost of
One
one
pen.
pen, right?
Yes.
So 5x plus 7y is 50, and 7x plus 5y is what? 46, right?
Okay, sir.
So please take it as your homework, okay?
Okay, sir.
Because we have 2 minutes left, and I will take 5 more minutes of you if it is okay with you.
Okay, sir.
So 7 minutes, and in those 7 minutes, we will be completing this second question. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. So let's just do this. So this is your homework, right? This is homework. You take a screenshot or okay, you have already the book, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's just move on to the second question. Any doubt or any queries up to here?
No, sir.
Okay. Hmm. So this one, 5x minus 4y plus 8 equals to 0 and 7x minus plus 6y minus 9 equals to 0. So A1 is what? 5, right? B1 is what? B1 is
4y
minus 4,
minus.
right?
Yes, sir.
And C1 is 8,
8.
right? And
Yes.
A2 is what?
7.
7, right? And B2 is 6
6.
and C2
And
is
9.
minus,
Minus 9.
right? So
Yes.
let's calculate A1 by A2. So A1 by A2 will be 5 by 7, right?
Hmm.
And B1 by B2 will be what? Minus 4 by 6, which is minus 2 by 3, right? So from this we can say that A1 by A2 is not equals to B1 by, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
this is what? Unique solution, what they are asking. On comparing the ratios, find out where the lines representing the following pair are at a intersect at a point. So these are intersecting. Intersecting. Okay. And let's just do the, yes, this one. Okay. No, this one. Let's just do the second one. Because I have 4 minutes left, right?
Yes.
So you understood this partner.
Yes, sir.
So let's just do this, the second one. You tell me the answer.
Okay, sir.
So 9x plus 3y plus 12 equals to
Plus
0.
12 equals 18x plus 6y plus 24.
So what are A1, A2?
Is 9.
Yes.
Then B2, B1 is 3. And C1 is 12.
And A2 is
18. And B2 is 6. And C2 is 24.
right. So let's
Yes.
just calculate A1 by A2. This
Okay.
will be 9 by 18, right? So this is 1 by 2. And B1 by B2 is what? Right.
Yes, sir.
So this is 1 by 2.
1 by 2. 1 by 2.
C1 by C2 is what? So this is again 1 by 2.
1 by 2.
So you see that
All
yes. So A1, A2, B1, B2, and C1, C2 are equal, which means that they are coincident, right?
coins. Yes.
Right. So again, this is your homework. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So in the next class, I will be, oh, there are 7 questions. So not in the next class.
Okay.
From half for after 50 minutes of the next class, we will be talking about the algebraic solutions, right?
Okay, sir.
So do you have any question up to this point?
Yes, sir.
So can I ask you a favor, if
Yes.
if that's possible? So I am taking Talha classes at 9:50. Okay, and your class at 7 IST. So if it's possible for you that you can come at 9:30, if it's possible. If it is not, then that's okay, totally fine. I can take.
Okay. Which so you're taking my class in which time? In IST?
So at 9:30 IST. So that will be what? 7 KSA.
Okay.
If that's possible for you. If it is not, then it is fine, totally fine. I'm not pressuring you. Uh, if it is not, then we will meet at 7 at Thursday or what? Okay.
Okay, sir.
So if it is okay, then let's meet at 7. Okay, in the next class. Or
Sir, not
what?
possible.
Huh?
Not possible.
I already knew the answer, so that's why I'm talking about 7 IST. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
I from your hesitation, I already knew the answer. That's why I told. Okay. No worries, no worries. It's not a problem. Okay.
Okay, sir.